Hello and welcome back to Hello Daily English. Hi everyone, we are so happy to have you here with us today. My name is Emma.
And my name is Jack. Welcome to another episode where we help you practice real, natural English for your daily life. We're your partners in this language learning journey. If you enjoy our videos and find them helpful, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. It really helps our community grow and reach more learners around the world.
Today, we are opening up our passports and packing our bags for a truly exciting topic. It's something that connects us all, sparks our imaginations, and creates our best stories. Today, we're learning how to talk about travel in English. This is a big lesson full of useful words and phrases, so get ready.
That's absolutely right. Whether you are planning a dream vacation, describing a trip you just took, or simply daydreaming about far-off places, talking about travel is one of the most joyful and useful parts of learning English. It's the language of adventure, discovery, and connection. Everyone loves to talk about travel.
Absolutely, Jack. Today, we will cover everything from the first idea and planning to booking tickets, navigating the airport, describing your amazing experiences, and sharing your stories when you get back home. It's your complete, easy-to-follow conversational guide to going places. We want you to feel confident.
But before we embark on this exciting journey together, we absolutely have to look back at our last video. We talked about how to talk about winter, and you all shared the most beautiful, poetic, and funny descriptions of your winter seasons from around the globe. It was wonderful to read.
It was like taking a virtual trip. We have time to read just one comment today, and this one really transported us right there. It's from Leo in Chile. Leo wrote, "My ideal winter day is in the Andes Mountains. It's not snowy, but crisp and clear. The air smells like pine and earth. I hike to a viewpoint, feel the cold sun on my face, and drink mate tea from a thermos. The silence is enormous. The biggest challenge? The short days. My tip is to always carry a good headlamp for evening walks." Thank you for the hygge lesson. We have our own version called sobremesa, a long, cozy talk after a meal.
Leo, thank you for that stunning description. You made us feel like we were right there on that mountain with you. And you taught us a wonderful new word, sobremesa. That's the magic of sharing travel stories. We get to learn about places, feelings, and cultures through each other's eyes. Your comment is the perfect bridge to today's topic. Talking about travel lets us share these special moments.
It truly is. Now, Jack, before we take off on today's lesson, hey, is everyone ready for takeoff? Are you with us? If you're listening, do a quick check. Where are you right now? At home, on a train, on a bus? Comment right now and tell us, right now I'm in, and give us your city or country. Let's see our global classroom light up. It's so fun to see where everyone is.
Yes, let's get a snapshot of our Hello Daily English community. Are you in Istanbul and Lagos and Manila and Vancouver and Sao Paulo? Tell us. Now, let's begin our journey. The first phase of any trip is the dreaming and planning stage. This is where the excitement builds. This part is so much fun.
It all starts with a simple idea. You might say, I'm thinking of going to Japan next year. I'd love to visit Greece someday. I'm dreaming about a beach holiday. To talk about a general desire to travel, we have some fun phrases. I have the travel bug, or I caught the wanderlust. This means you really want to travel.
Then you move to research. This means you look for information. You look up destinations online, you read travel blogs or watch vlogs, you check out flights and hotels on websites. A key phrase here is, I'm looking into a trip to Thailand. It means you're starting to research it seriously.
Once you're more serious, you talk about making plans. We're in the early stages of planning. We're trying to decide between Italy and Spain. You'll talk about your itinerary, that's your travel plan or schedule. I'm working on our itinerary for Paris. An itinerary has the dates, places, and activities.
A very important part of planning is budget. Travel English has its own money vocabulary. You need to save up for a trip. You might look for budget-friendly options, cheaper options, or splurge on a nice hotel, spend more money for something special. You'll compare prices to find a good deal or a bargain. I booked my flight during a flash sale. A flash sale is a very short sale with low prices.
Now let's talk about the types of travel. Your style says a lot about you. Are you a backpacker? This is a person traveling on a shoestring budget, a very small budget with just a backpack. Or do you prefer a luxury getaway or an all-inclusive resort? An all-inclusive resort includes food, drinks, and activities in the price.
Maybe you're into ecotourism or sustainable travel, travel that helps the environment. You might go on a road trip, a long journey by car, a cruise, a holiday on a big ship, a hiking trip, a city break, a short trip to a city, or a staycation, a holiday where you stay at home and explore your local area. All of these are great.
Great. Now let's get interactive early. Hey travelers, quick question for you. In the comments, tell us one place that is at the very top of your travel bucket list. A bucket list is a list of things you want to do before you die. So what's your number one dream destination? Type "My top bucket list destination is," and tell us the country or city.
We're seeing some amazing places already. Bali, Iceland, Egypt, New Zealand, Japan. Wonderful. Okay, so plans are made, bags are sort of packed. Next stop, the airport. This can be stressful, but knowing the vocabulary makes it so much smoother and easier. Let's walk through it step by step.
First, you arrive at the terminal. This is the big airport building. You find the check-in desk for your airline. Here, you show your passport and your boarding pass, or you get it printed, and you check your luggage. Your luggage is your big suitcase. You might ask, "Can I have an aisle seat or a window seat, please?" Your carry-on is the small bag you take on the plane with you.
Then you go through security. This is where they check you in your bags. You put your carry-on and your personal items, your phone, wallet, and keys in a plastic bin. You might have to take off your belt and shoes. They check for liquids over 100 milliliters. After security, you find your departure gate. This is your door to the plane. The screen will say if your flight is on time, delayed, or canceled.
At the gate, you wait to board, or wait to get on the plane. They usually call passengers by boarding groups, Group 1, Group 2, etc. When they call your group, you board the plane. You find your seat, stow or put your carry-on in the overhead bin, the shelf above the seats, and buckle your seatbelt.
On the plane, the flight attendants, the staff on the plane, give safety instructions. You might experience turbulence. This is sudden, bumpy movement when the plane shakes a little. It's normal. For a long flight, you try to sleep, watch a movie, or read a book. Finally, you land, or arrive, disembark, get off the plane, and head to baggage claim to pick up your checked luggage. Then you go through customs, where they might ask what you have in your bags.
Let's practice a mini conversation at the check-in desk. This is very useful.
Good morning. Can I have your passport and booking reference, please?
Hi, yes, here you go. I'd like to check this one bag, please. And is it possible to get a window seat?
Of course. Let me check. Yes, I have a window seat for you. Your flight is on schedule, boarding at gate B12 at 3:20 p.m. Here is your boarding pass. Your bag is checked through to Tokyo. Have a pleasant flight.
Thank you so much.
Easy. Now you've arrived in a new country. The fun truly begins. This is the exploration and experience phase. Let's start with accommodation, where you stay. This is a key word.
You might stay at a hotel, a hostel, budget-friendly, often with shared rooms, a bed and breakfast, B&B, a small house that rents rooms and includes breakfast, a vacation rental, like an Airbnb apartment, a resort, or a campground. When you arrive, you check in at the front desk or reception. When you leave, you check out.
Then you start sightseeing. This means visiting interesting places. You visit the tourist attractions, the landmarks, famous buildings or places, the museums, and the monuments. You might take a guided tour with a guide who explains things, or explore on your own. You'll use a map or GPS on your phone to navigate, find your way.
To describe these places, you need great adjectives. This makes your stories interesting. The Eiffel Tower is iconic and impressive. The Old Town is charming and picturesque, meaning very pretty like a picture. The museum was fascinating but crowded. The view from the top was breathtaking or stunning. This means so beautiful it takes your breath away.
A huge, wonderful part of travel is food. You try the local cuisine. This means the local food. You might eat at a restaurant, a street food stall, a small cart on the street, or a local market. You could describe a dish as delicious, flavorful, spicy, sweet, or maybe unusual, different and strange. I tried the local specialty. It was an acquired taste. This means you need to try it a few times to like it.
And the people you meet. You might say the locals were incredibly friendly and welcoming. You could make new friends from other countries. This is where your English practice comes alive. You can talk to people from all over the world.
Now, another interactive moment. Are you guys still traveling with us in spirit? In the comments, tell us the best thing you've ever eaten while traveling, or the most interesting food you've tried. Just one dish. Type, "The best food I had was," and tell us what and where. Go.
We're getting hungry just reading these. Okay, let's be honest. Travel isn't always perfect. Sometimes things go wrong. It's important to know how to talk about problems and hiccups, small problems. This is very practical.
Yes, the less glamorous side. You might get lost. I think we're lost. Can you help me find this address? Your luggage could be lost or delayed. My suitcase didn't arrive. I need to file a lost luggage report at the desk.
You could get sick, maybe with traveler's diarrhea, an upset stomach, or just a cold. I'm not feeling well. Is there a pharmacy nearby? You might be jet-lagged. This is when you are tired and disoriented from crossing many time zones. I'm really struggling with jet lag. I keep waking up at 3 a.m.
Something might be overpriced or too expensive, or a tourist trap. That area is a bit of a tourist trap, very expensive and not very authentic, meaning not real local culture. You could have a bad experience. The hotel was a bit run down, meaning old and in bad condition, and noisy.
But you know what? Often, these problems become the funniest stories later. Now, let's talk about the most important part, the language of storytelling. When you return home, friends will ask, "How was your trip?" You need to give more than a one-word answer. Let's learn how.
Start with an overall feeling. It was absolutely incredible. We had a fantastic time. It was life-changing. Or if it was mixed, it was interesting, a real adventure. Or it had its ups and downs, but I loved it.
Then share your highlights. Highlights are the best parts. Use past tense verbs. We saw the Colosseum. We went hiking in the mountains. We ate the most amazing pasta. We got to experience a local festival. We took a boat tour.
Use special descriptive phrases. The highlight of the trip was seeing the sunrise over Angkor Wat. One of the funniest moments was when we tried to order food with a phrase book and got completely the wrong thing. The most relaxing part was just sitting by the ocean and reading.
You can compare and contrast. It was completely different from what I expected. The city was much more modern than I imagined. The food was even better than people said. The people were friendlier than I thought they would be.
Now, a specific grammar point for travel stories. We often use the past continuous tense to set the scene. Listen to this. We were walking through the market when we heard live music.
Were walking is the past continuous, the longer action, and heard is the past simple, the short event that happened.
And we use used to or would to describe things we did many times or habits on the trip. We would have coffee at this little cafe every morning. I used to get up early to watch the fishermen bring in their catch. This sounds very natural for stories.
Now, let's learn some essential travel idioms and phrases. These are fun and make you sound like a seasoned traveler, an experienced traveler.
To get off the beaten path means to go to places most tourists don't go. We rented a car to get off the beaten path and see the real countryside.
If you travel light, you pack very little. I'm trying to travel light this time with just a carry-on suitcase.
To live out of a suitcase means to travel for so long that you're constantly unpacking and repacking. After a month of backpacking across Europe, I'm tired of living out of a suitcase.
A red-eye flight is an overnight flight. You often don't sleep well. I took the red-eye from New York to London to save money on a hotel.
If something is to die for, it's extremely good. We often use this for food. The pizza in Naples was to die for.
To be bitten by the travel bug means to develop a strong passion for traveling. After that first trip to Asia, I was well and truly bitten by the travel bug.
And one of my favorite sayings, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. This means the experiences you have along the way are as important as where you end up. It's a beautiful idea.
Beautiful. Now, let's do a longer sample storytelling conversation. Emma, pretend we just met at a party and I'm asking you about your recent trip. Listen to how we put it all together. Hey Emma, welcome back. I saw your photos from Portugal online. They looked amazing. How was the trip?
Oh, Jack, it was wonderful. We had such a great time. Lisbon is so vibrant and hilly. The tiles on the buildings are so beautiful.
What was the highlight? What was the best part?
The absolute highlight was this day trip we took to a town called Sintra. We visited this incredible, colorful palace called Peña Palace. It was like a fairy tale, bright yellows and reds, and the views from the castle walls, they were absolutely breathtaking.
That sounds incredible. How was the food? I hear Portuguese food is great.
It was to die for. We ate these little custard tarts called pastéis de nata every single day. I'm already craving one. And the seafood was so fresh. We had grilled sardines right by the ocean.
Any funny stories or little problems? Did everything go perfectly?
Oh, yes. One day we got completely lost in the old Alfama district. All those tiny, winding streets look the same. But while we were trying to find our way, we stumbled upon this tiny, family-run restaurant. It wasn't in any guidebook. We had the best grilled sardines of the whole trip there. So getting lost was actually the best thing that happened.
That sounds like the perfect kind of travel adventure. A happy accident.
See? It's a natural, engaging story. It has feelings, details, and a little problem that turned into a good thing. Now, let's talk about a special kind of travel, business travel. The vocabulary is a bit more formal.
Yes, you go on a business trip. You might attend a conference, a trade show, a big event for a specific industry, or have client meetings. You stay in a business hotel. You're often on a tight schedule, very busy, not much time free. The trip might be all work and no play, but if you're lucky, you get some time to explore or have a leisure day, a free day for fun.
Finally, the post-travel phase. You come home with souvenirs, gifts, and mementos for yourself and friends, hundreds of photos, and amazing memories. You might say you have post-travel blues, feeling a little sad that the exciting trip is over. But then you start planning the next one. The cycle begins again.
Now we have covered a huge journey of vocabulary. Let's do our essential mini vocabulary review. Let's land these words firmly in your memory. We'll say the word, you repeat it, and we'll give a simple example.
Itinerary. Repeat after me. Itinerary. A planned route or journey, a travel schedule. Example, Our itinerary includes 3 days in Rome and 4 in Florence.
Accommodation. Accommodation. A place where you stay, like a hotel or hostel. Example, we found great accommodation right in the city center.
Sightseeing. Sightseeing. The activity of visiting places of interest as a tourist. Example, we did a lot of sightseeing on our first day.
Landmark. Landmark. A famous building or place that is easy to recognize. Example, the Statue of Liberty is a famous landmark in New York.
Local cuisine. Local cuisine. The food and cooking style of a region or country. Example, trying the local cuisine is my favorite part of traveling.
Jet lag. Jet lag. Extreme tiredness after a long flight across different time zones. Example, it took me 2 days to get over my jet lag.
Off the beaten path. Off the beaten path. Away from the usual tourist routes. Example, the best restaurants are often off the beaten path.
Bucket list. Bucket list. An experience you want to have in your life. Example, seeing the pyramids is on my bucket list.
Breathtaking. Breathtaking. So beautiful it surprises you. Example, the mountain view was breathtaking.
Check-in/check out. The process of arriving at a hotel, the process of leaving a hotel. Example, check-in time is 3 p.m., check-out time is 11 a.m.
Carry on. Carry on. A small bag you take on the airplane with you. Example, I pack my book and headphones in my carry-on.
Backpacker. Backpacker. A person who travels with a backpack, usually on a low budget. Example, as a backpacker, I stayed in many hostels.
All-inclusive. All-inclusive. A vacation where the price includes almost everything. Example, we booked an all-inclusive resort in Mexico.
Wanderlust. Wanderlust. A strong wish to travel. Example, looking at maps gives me a feeling of wanderlust.
Guided tour. Guided tour. A tour with a guide who explains things. Example, we took a guided tour of the ancient castle.
That's a powerful toolkit for any traveler. Now, the most important part, your turn to share and practice. It's time for the question of the day. We love this part.
We love this part too, Jack. We want to hear your stories, your dreams, your tips. This is your chance to use all this wonderful vocabulary in a real way.
Today's question is a 2-part adventure. You can answer one part or both. It's up to you. Part 1. Tell us about a memorable travel experience. It can be funny, beautiful, surprising, or challenging. Where were you? What happened? Why was it memorable? Use some of the words we learned. Part 2. Give your best travel tip. What is one piece of advice you would give to a first-time traveler? Or what is your best tip for someone visiting your home country? Share your wisdom.
Please write your answers in the comments below. We read every single one and we often reply. Writing your story is the best way to lock in the past tense and descriptive language. And your tip could really help a fellow learner plan their next trip. We learn so much from each other.
You can start your sentences with, a memorable trip was when or my best travel tip is to always.
For example, I'll go first. A memorable trip was when I went to Morocco. I got invited to a local family's home for mint tea. We could barely speak each other's language, but we laughed and talked with hand gestures. It was a beautiful lesson in kindness. My best travel tip is to always learn a few basic phrases like hello, thank you, and this is delicious in the local language. It makes people smile and opens doors.
Perfect example, Emma. We cannot wait to read your adventures and your wisdom. This is how we learn about the world and connect with each other, right here in the comments.
Well, Jack, I feel like we've just taken a long, fun trip through the English language of travel. From dreaming to planning, from flying to exploring, from eating to storytelling, you now have the words for the whole incredible journey.
I agree completely, Emma. Remember, travel conversations are about sharing joy and curiosity. With these words, you can plan with confidence, navigate airports and cities with ease, ask for help, describe beautiful places, and most importantly, share your unique story with the world. That's a beautiful and powerful thing.
A massive, heartfelt thank you to all of you for being such fantastic travel companions in our learning journey. Your enthusiasm for the world and for learning English inspires us to make these lessons every single day.
We will be back next time with another practical, fun topic from daily life. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss our next destination. It really helps us.
Until then, keep your curiosity alive. Keep exploring, even if it's just a new cafe in your own town. And keep practicing your English. The world is full of people waiting to hear your story.
Take care, happy travels in your learning, and we'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.